All right.
What's up, San Antonio? It's your girl JJ going live on Facebook during this COVID-19 year. I'm going to be talking a little bit about sports, music, things going on in San Antonio, and even a special guest or two may pop in. Feel free to share, comment throughout the show, and I hope you enjoy.
You darn right, a special guest popped in. My good friend Dee Dee, aka Trudy, popped in. Trudy, I'm absolutely exhausted, but you know what? I think I gotta play a little theme music. I don't own the rights to this song, but oh my god, this.
Let's go. L-F-G. Let's go. L-F-G. Stop playing.
The official theme song of the Olympics, it seems like.
So you didn't get enough of it, did you? You just had to put it into the program.
Of course. You know, I only been listening to it like 100 times, but I mean, LFG. I was scared that the women would not hold up to it. The women's soccer team, that is. But damn, the women kicked it in gear in the final day.
In soccer or volleyball?
In every sport.
In women's completely. Yeah.
Completely. Kicked it. And I just saw a statistic right now as we're watching the closing ceremonies. 25 more medals than the women took home. 25 more medals.
That's
Freaking
awesome.
amazing.
That's badass.
It is. And I'm totally exhausted.
I know.
I feel like I've
watched. When was it that you texted me? I think it was like 11:30. You're like, "Are you watching this right now?" I'm like, "Yes, I am." And I know that's really not that late, but after a long day, it's pretty late to be up watching.
Considering this week has been crazy at work, and I've had to be at work at 6 a.m. So I was getting like 2 hours of sleep, 2.5 if I'm lucky, because I really wanted to see every freaking.
I know. It's funny because I like we kind of chit-chatted earlier a little bit, but I was really disappointed in like the morning shows where they wouldn't give me a spoiler alert, if you will, and they would be like on the ticker on the bottom, or just go ahead and like discussing who won the gold and who went home and this and that. I was kind of like, oh wait. I didn't want to know that yet. I would text my sister. I would tell Nina, don't watch the news if you don't want to know what's going on. So that was one thing that I was kind of like, boo, y'all kind of ruined it for me, because I was really trying to stay up with, the events, whether they were live or whether I had to rewatch them. So that was kind of like, geez, man, I could have just, got it done without that, or Facebook even, they would put some things on there, or Twitter, or,
Instagram killed it for me. Instagram was the buzz killer. And a lot of it was the actual athletes that I follow.
They couldn't hold back their excitement.
I guess I'm watching the closing ceremonies. I have it on, but they're showing the women's volleyball and Jordan Larson and Jordan Thompson.
I mean,
Drews. I'm like, oh my god! Like they killed it.
They killed it.
And we'll get into the women's volleyball, but quick little rundown of the Olympics. Total U.S. athletes in the Olympics, 626. Total team U.S. medalists, 257. Female, 164. Male, 93. Returning Olympians, which I thought was pretty cool.
Oh.
Shout out to the flopper. There's 193 U.S. Olympians that came back. 82% of the athletes competed collegiately. Pretty cool.
That's very cool.
17 years old was the youngest medalist, and a 56-year-old was the oldest.
That's pretty good.
And equestrian.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
113 medals total.
Total, yay.
39 gold medals. Now, that statistic right there is who they're showing on the TV. Between the track and field, the U.S. women's basketball and the U.S. women's volleyball, and the last two wrestling matches put us past Japan in gold medals.
By one.
Seconds in one of them. By seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, one of them was decided, the wrestling one was decided in like, I think they said like 5 seconds. Like they even had to do the replay to make sure time hadn't run out, just to make sure.
Wow.
Um, 41 silver medal
Silver. Yep.
and 33 bronze.
33 bronze. Yeah.
That's freaking amazing.
It's amazing. And, it's amazing when you go down the list, which, I don't have them all, but, you realize how much of an impact we put on these games. I
Mhm.
mean, it's insane when even just to China, just that. I mean, look how close we are, yet we still came up on the total medal count so much more,
Mhm.
but, like the, Italy even, they're pretty big in sports. They got their soccer, they got their volleyball, they got how many medals total? 40. 40. It's sad, but it is what it is.
And it was pretty cool because there was 10 new medals in new sports.
Oh yeah.
In the 3-on-3 basketball, which I thought was pretty cool. I felt sorry for Katie Lou Samuelson, who played at Connecticut. I think she kind of got robbed of the opportunity of being in the Olympics. She left from here. They did the test. She was fine, didn't have COVID. Apparently, she got there and had COVID.
Yeah.
Then she came back and didn't have COVID. So somehow I think somebody was trying to rig something. But hey, whatever.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you have a count of who ended up having COVID? How many Olympians had COVID?
Well, officially, they didn't count her as having COVID because technically she didn't stay in the Olympics.
Got
She
it.
came right back home. So nobody, which is pretty cool. But we also had a BMX freestyle medalist.
Oh, that was fun. Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
I was like,
Karate.
Jerry, my brother, like, why didn't you stay with that?
Man, I mean, who would first off skateboarding, which I thought Tony Hawk. When I heard Tony Hawk was there, I was like, "Oh my god, Tony Hawk's competing
Amazing.
at what, like 50?"
Yeah.
But no, I was like, well, he's getting ready to make his next video game
Yep.
with the youngsters, like 13-year-olds competing
I know.
and winning a medal, or 15-year-olds winning a medal. Like, that's freaking amazing. Karate, and that's what I was working this weekend. So I
Yeah.
got to meet a gold medalist karate star and a Paralympic karate star, which was pretty cool.
That's very cool.
Surfing was another
Surfing.
the Hawaii girl. She took it. Mixed gender team events. So that was pretty different. Like,
Yep.
I mean, seeing the swim and the bike and everybody different.
No, that was really cool. I was not expecting that. And it was really neat to see the two guys and the two girls. And then it was like, yeah.
The climbing.
Oh,
Did you-
yes, I did see that.
Okay, I was at first I didn't understand it and I was a little upset because the clock's running out and you're
Right.
wasting your sweet time. Like, I would have tried like 5 times before my 10 minutes was up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then it was like they would fall and they would fall like flat on their back and not give a crap. And it's like, get up. Like, I didn't understand it. Like,
Yeah.
I guess you wanted to free fall and imagine you were free falling off the
No.
rock. I don't know. I mean, it was kind of funny, but yeah, that was a good sport to watch. It was
That
fun.
was fun. It was something different, that's for sure.
It was very, very different, but I don't know if I'd try climbing, but hey, whatever.
I'll pass.
Yeah, I'll pass too. So, I mean, let's just jump into it. What grade do you give the Olympics?
Right off the top of my head, C plus.
Oh my goodness.
I am sorry, not sorry.
Why? I'm inquiring minds want to know because I'm kind of right there with you, but then
Are you?
some stuff happened. So go ahead.
Okay, so I feel like they did what they could do best in the situation that they are in, COVID. Okay. I feel like they did not give enough credit where credit was needed to be given. As far as prime time, they didn't prime time basketball enough. They didn't prime time softball enough. Might be a little biased on that. Maybe not. I'm just saying. I was not happy with the speed walking, race walking during prime time on a Friday night. I'm like, what is going on right now? Can we watch some volleyball? Can we? But I get that their time is different, but that
Yes.
has nothing to do because they're going to turn around and replay it. Which how many times did we watch it replayed? You know, where we weren't able to watch it live
Today?
I feel like they maybe weren't as like the commentating wasn't as exciting as it normally is.
Okay.
I felt in some sports. Maybe that's just me being a little too picky. I don't know. Is that not good enough for a C plus? Is that not enough deductions?
Well, is it because you've had that game experience maybe that you judged it like that?
Maybe. And
The
I
behind
would
the
say,
scenes?
and I'm not sure if this falls into the category of grading it, but my gosh, well, maybe it doesn't. But just the spectators,
Sure.
for them not to allow that was really, I really disliked that a lot. And I get it, but if they're allowing people to go in and everybody's getting tested to go in and everything is fine, why not let at least 10 people per team? I know that's hard to pick, but that was something that was really just kind of like, wah, wah. Every time they would pan up and they would see nothing but stands and their empty stands, it was like, geez, man. So I don't know.
I thought it was funny though, because you bring up the fans. And I'm going to piggyback off that. The U.S. women's basketball game was full of fans. All the volunteers got to go.
That, yes.
All the volunteers, which I thought was pretty badass. Like, I like that.
Mhm.
But, yeah, I mean, why couldn't they allow them to do that for all the sports? Like, I'm thinking, if you're in COVID protocol, which they all were, why couldn't they just be like previous Olympics and everybody, all the Olympians go see whatever Olympians they wanted to go see?
Right. Not just
That's
their
how it
sport.
truly is. You
Because,
can go watch whatever you wanted to watch.
but this time it was just their sport.
Their
Correct.
sport,
Right.
yes, their sport. So anybody involved in basketball got to watch basketball. Anybody involved in swimming got to stay, which of course there's more swimming athletes than there or track and field athletes. So the noise that was there
Yeah.
was pretty good. I have to say a grade. I was sitting with you on the C. I was sitting with you there.
Okay.
And I was sitting with you there only because I was still pissed off at soccer. And I don't think my grade reflects the Olympic itself. I think my grade affects the overall US grade.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay.
So, but you're right. Maybe I should give the Olympics a grade in itself, and I'd probably give it about a B. I'd still give them a B. I thought the opening ceremonies was okay.
It was okay.
Some of the graphics were pretty cool. I think they could have carried out those graphics. Again, is it something that we've had game ops experience with? I think they could have done a little bit better at some of those games to kind of make the fan issue a little bit better.
Yeah.
The hype.
The hype. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Who knows? Favorite moment.
You go first.
Favorite moment, 5-time gold medalist, Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi. Hands down.
Okay.
Hands down. When they were talking to them at the end of the game, talking about 20 years.
I know.
Years of service to the game in the U.S. Olympics. I could only think of 20 years ago on March 31st when they were in the Alamodome winning the NCAA championship.
Wow.
So 20 pure years. And I posted that picture on my Instagram. Like, that's 20 years ago is truly 20 years ago.
That's insane. That's awesome.
Yeah. And to know, I wish I would have pulled out my card, but 1996 All-Star Game, San Antonio, and was downtown with some of my high school friends. And we were roaming around the city and we saw these athletes and we saw all the basketball players, Michael Jordan, Reggie Miller, Charles Barkley. And there's these tall girls and we're like, who the hell are these tall girls? Like, who are they? Little did I know.
Yep.
that would be my idols: Rebecca Lobo, Lisa Leslie, Dawn Staley, Jennifer Rosati,
All
um,
of them.
Teresa Edwards, and to get those autographs and meet them and take pictures, forever a moment in history. And to see the U.S. women's basketball continue that 7-time gold medal, that's a long time.
Yeah, it is.
That's a very long time. So go ahead, go first. Favorite moment.
Well, I'm gonna go with Caleb Dressel winning his medals at the very end when he was finally decompressed, exhausted, emotional, raw emotion, crying. You know, it finally, it's like a sigh of relief, which I can only imagine. And to see his moment of when he saw his family, he saw his parents and his wife when they went to the split screen and they showed him, and you could see him just lose it. And it was just, I'm getting chills right now. I don't know if you can see, I'm getting chills right now thinking about how just innocent and in the moment he was, you know. And he keeps talking about he just wants to go home, not be anywhere near a pool, not be anywhere but with his dog and his wife, and they haven't even taken a honeymoon. So I love that he's like, I don't want to see a pool, I want to go on my honeymoon.
Dang. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. And it's funny because, you know, he said he wasn't coming back. Sue Bird said, yeah, last Olympics, I'm not coming back. But, you know, we're so used to the 4-year separation that now it's 3 years.
Yeah.
And it's truly really only 2 because you have to train for the year. Does that kind of change their mindset 2
I would
years
think
from
so.
now to say, you know
It
what?
has to. Yeah.
It's only 1 more year. I think I got it still in the tank. And he comes back.
Right.
That
Yeah.
would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. I hope Sue Bird would do that. I mean, maybe she wins 2 more WNBA championships and decide, hey, I'll play in Paris.
Yeah.
I can be a bench player. I don't care. Funniest moment.
Funniest moment, which may not be funny to everybody. I'm just such that I turn into like a 7-year-old little girl, 8-year-old little girl. It has to be the water polo when the guy pulled his shorts off. Sorry.
Yes, and you saw his ass on that.
Yes, I'm like and they had to show it because it was a foul, and it was like But they do that more often than we realize. I think they have to.
Probably. You know, I was wondering if it like ever happens to where they give a girl like a big enough wedgie.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Because
Have you
like
seen them get out of the pool? Just getting out of the pool. It happens.
True that. True that.
So yeah, I'm sure.
Watching it, and I like turned to my mom and I was like, holy shit.
She was like, hold on, rewind that shit right now. Hold on. Rewind.
I was like, is French bowl playing? Like I felt so bad for the girl from the U.S. women's water polo team. Like, I'm sorry, but that's all I could think of was like French bowl, you know, because she was a big girl.
Yeah.
And I was like, how does she stay afloat? Like, because it's not shallow water they're playing in, you know what I'm saying?
It's called training. It's called they're better than we will ever be.
You damn right they're better than we'll ever be. He's like, why do you think I'm scared to go to the lake with you? Because
really?
I know I'm like a rock and just gonna loop.
No. You know what? You can go to the lake, just don't get in the water, okay?
For real. Hey.
We got you, girl. We got you. You're all right.
But
what was your funniest moment? Your favorite funniest moment? Or
volleyball.
Okay.
It was the semifinals. Oh, well, yeah, right before the finals.
Okay, I watched this. What did I miss?
Annie Drew.
Okay.
One, you know the rules. Like sometimes they're like, "Oh my God, you can't have gum." Blah blah blah. Right?
Oh, and she just chops on that all day.
She does, except when it fell out of her mouth during the game.
Oh God!
And they were showing it on TV. So she's at the net and she's blocking and she's chewing, and then all of a sudden you see bloop and it falls and she picks it up, but she can't throw it nowhere.
No,
she can't. And then it looked like she kind of tucked it under her pants, but then I'm like, no, because it would have got stuck on her uniform. And seconds later, she's chopping again.
Oh, no, she didn't.
So, yeah, she picked it up off the floor. And it was like, when it fell out, she was like, and then picked it up and then kept going. And then, like I said, it looked like she tucked it under the
Like her shorts, like, yeah.
lights,
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, it's gonna be full of gum. Like, why would you do that? And then moments later, she's just chopping. So,
But wouldn't you rather it be on your shorts than back in your mouth?
well, then your uniform gets.
So
I think.
I don't care. I don't care.
I think she blew COVID out of the way. Like, she didn't care. Like,
Evidently.
no.
Oh man, I missed that.
know.
I'm so
Yeah.
gonna look that
It
up on
wasn't like
YouTube.
she tossed it. It wasn't like she tossed it because no, she didn't.
So
How did she get another gum?
okay.
And I called her out on it too on Instagram. It was pretty funny. And she liked my comment.
What?
So,
Oh
mhm.
my god. Okay.
Yep, I did. Aside from
Chew away.
your gum falling out, I think you had a great game. And she called me out. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Okay,
funny.
well, I won't be picking up my gum if I drop it, okay?
Okay.
I'll kick it out of the way so no one steps on it, but I'm not putting it back in my mouth. I can get another piece.
Yeah, I mean, I know they cleaned the floor, but I
Um,
don't know about all that.
yeah, it's okay.
Yep,
Okay.
it's wet and everything, and it was extra salty.
You did not just say
Extra salty.
okay. Well, okay.
It reminds me, have you ever seen Crocodile Dundee?
Oh yeah.
Number 2?
Yeah.
When he makes the eggs and drops them, and the policeman goes and eats them,
Yep.
and then
But that's okay because
Yes,
you know
okay.
it's a little salty.
just a little salty.
Yep.
How does the guy go?
Oh yeah.
Most disappointed in the Olympics.
Mm. I don't.
And you and I kind of briefly talked about this. So go ahead, because I have a feeling I know what you're going to say.
But do you? Well, okay. So I'm going to go back to softball.
Yep.
And you've got your teams, which aren't very many. Let me just
Nope.
pick on. Let me just not
Like
mean to pick on.
six, right?
What's that?
Like 6 teams.
6 teams. Yeah. So
Go.
Mexico, let's just put it out there. Mexico decides that they're going to go.
Yep.
They play. They lose. Okay, fine. They decide, you know what? They're going to go get their shopping done, do whatever they need to do, as most Olympians would do. Of course, you're going to get memorabilia. You're going to get all this kind of stuff. But you don't take the sheets and the bedspreads from the place that you're staying at, Mexico, or whoever you are. Because, yeah, that's what happened. Mexico decided to not only take the bedding and put it in their luggage, but they decided to leave their uniforms in trash bags and leave them in Tokyo.
Yeah, they did.
That's disgusting.
It's ridiculous. I mean, 13 of the 14 players play in the U.S. college softball. And
disappointing.
You decided to take the bedding because it came in a nice little bag that they
Pouch.
thought was for free and that they could keep it. And they put it in their luggage instead of their uniforms.
Yeah, because
handcrafted jackets from the opening ceremony.
Handcrafted jackets. Handmade. Yes. That is so disappointing and gross. And there was at least, I think, 5 different tops, 5 different uniforms that they left. It wasn't like they left like 2 of them, 1 of them. Not that that would have made it any better, but they left all of them. And not only that, but they said that they didn't have enough room to bring back their items because why? Oh, because you have a comforter and sheets and stuff that you bought and you'd rather leave that in Tokyo? Then it's just I don't get it. I don't get it. Here I am spending money on USA, uniforms, hats, flip flops, T-shirts, gear, and I'm not even close to being in it. I'm just proud to be an American, and they're playing for us, representing us, and they decide to leave them in trash bags.
And I think I'm more upset because it's Mexico. Also, they are U.S. citizens as well. Like, they live here.
Yeah.
They live here. And the only reason why they're playing for Mexico is because they're 1% relative, their great grandma or grandma, who I know I have roots to.
You too.
And that's why they're getting ready, got to play in the Olympics. Well, screw you for doing that, because
Yeah.
it's a disgrace. And it's sad that they did that. And I hope that these college teams, took notice and, see the disrespect in that. And I know there's other stuff they're investigating or whatever. And the U.S. Olympic Committee was pretty pissed off about it. But yeah, that was pretty disappointing.
Yeah. That was.
I'm
that
with
was
you on that one.
Okay.
I'm with you on that one. I have to say mine is the U.S. women's soccer team.
Oh, I know. I know how strongly you were really, really.
That one hurt. It hurt because coach is stupid. But
Made
just-
big mistakes. I agree.
yeah, it was disappointing. They should have won. And it
They
should have,
made
could have, would have.
bad. Mm-hmm.
Should have, could have, would have. But hopefully they can redeem themselves in 3 years now in Paris.
3 years is gonna fly. You know that.
It is. It is gonna fly. It is gonna fly, because I remember 6 years ago saying, "Oh my God, we're gonna have the women's Final Four, and it's a ways away." And then all of a sudden, boom, the women's Final Four was here.
Yep.
So I'm gonna feel the same way about the Olympics.
Yeah.
It's not 4 years this year, so we're gonna cry about it on 1 year. Not really cry about it, because we did good, but then by another year, we're gonna be like, "Oh my God, we're months away," and then we're gonna start the countdown again. So,
Yeah.
it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be exciting. I'm ready for it. So let's do some first moments, because there was a lot. There was
Yeah.
a lot. First U.S. woman to win a gold medal in track cycling. Did you watch that?
I did. It was so cool.
Okay, I started biking of like the past 2 years, right before I got. Anyway, I can bike. Like, I love biking now, but I don't think I can go in circles.
Do you know that I was
30
watching it?
seconds.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt
No,
you.
go ahead.
I got dizzy. Literally, I got dizzy watching it over and over. I was like, I don't understand how they can do this. I don't know what they're focusing on, but I can't even watch this. I had to turn away, walk away for a minute, and refocus because it was.
What do you look at? Like,
I don't know.
You're saddled down and you're just going, and what drives you? Like, I hope there was somebody in her ear, like, "You're coming up on a turn. You're coming up on a turn. You're
I
coming
don't
up."
think so. I don't know. And did you know that they don't have brakes?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
scary.
Because most speed bikes don't have brakes. I learned that the hard way. Hey, Melinda Ray, if you're listening, I got a nice road speed bike, and they don't make them with brakes.
Yeah.
So I added a brake, and it still wasn't good. I added one because they told me you really can't have brakes on them. I was like, "Oh no, I need brakes," and didn't work out for me.
Oops.
Haven't really ridden since.
We got to get you back on the saddle, girl.
Yeah, but not in a full little track circle, because
No.
no. And it kind of inclines. Like, it's
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of like rollerblading. I mean, not
Yes.
rollerblading.
A roller derby.
derby, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
The way they
US
sling
women.
each other too, like.
Oh yeah, you can
Really?
bump and move your low. And she did crash.
Oh
She
yeah,
did
no,
crash.
yeah. There was a lot of crashes.
She was still able to hang on. So, U.S. women volleyball,
Volleyball, my gosh.
first ever
JJ.
gold medal. Third time was the charm against Brazil.
Against Brazil, 3 times losing to them, and there you go. Who knew? I mean, we were so concerned about them with all their injuries.
Yes, I
You
thought they
know?
were done when Jordan Thompson went down.
Done.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Not gonna
And they
lie.
came back with, I mean,
Jordan Larson led the way. Coach Karch.
yep. Oh gosh.
He's an amazing guy. Then there's Jordan Thompson goes down, Jordan Larson,
Larson.
Annie Drews, and the gold medal game was just freaking
Phenomenal.
amazing.
Hmm.
Like, her outside hitting, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I was I was impressed.
No, very much so.
And you know what was funny is the game plan was for her to go down the sideline, and she hit center every freaking time on them. And they actually won 25-1, 25-21, 25-0, and then 25-14 and shut them out.
Yep.
And I heard that Brazil didn't have one of their players because of a drug testing,
Mhm.
but I'm not sure how true that is. But I mean, it is what it is. Like, you just lost.
Yeah.
You have to come prepared, and you have to be mentally prepared regardless. And the U.S. was able to do that and bounce back from the injury. And I kind of ruled them out after Jordan Thompson.
I did too. I'm not going to lie. I know you and I discussed that a little bit on our last podcast. And, you know, and when you texted me saying, you know, are you watching this? And I was like, yeah, of course I am. You know, it's like, wow, how do you not watch that? You know?
Mm-hmm. So another one was men's shot put was a first.
Oh, yes. A Longhorn.
Event. Yeah. First individual event in history to have the same podium in consecutive Olympic Games.
Yep.
Those were some big boys.
Yeah, they are.
Big men. Like, I'm like, holy shit. Like, that was pretty badass.
No, it was amazing. It was like, I don't know how they do that. I'm lucky I can throw the ball to shortstop right now. I know it's not a ball. I'm just saying, like, I know it's weighted and, you know, all that. But I mean, it was really cool to see them do that.
Another one of your favorite sports, golf.
Yes.
Okay. First U.S. woman to win a gold medal since 1900.
Yeah.
1900. Like, holy shit.
Yep.
It's a long time ago.
Long time.
Nelly Coda. That's her name. She's number 1 ranked in the world as it is. And
she just kept it going. She's like, yeah, I got my gold.
Yeah, you know, we touched on this one. 5-time gold medalist in basketball, Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird.
Yep.
Only women to do that ever. Of course, Dawn Staley, I have to say, has to be on there, that title anyway, because she's actually a 7-time gold medalist, you know, player, coach. So, yep. Allison freaking Felix.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And how old is she?
I don't know.
I want to say.
Tough one.
What's that?
You got me on a tough one there.
Sorry. I know she's not a youngin.
5 Olympic Games, though.
I know.
5. So,
Yeah.
Once a while. That's 20 plus years. That's the Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird. So what? We'll say she's 40?
At least. I want to say 42, but I could be wrong on that. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, everybody. I'm not real sure. I'll have to look that up. But anyway, regardless, that was so much fun.
11 Olympic medals, most decorative U.S. Olympic track star athlete ever.
Yep.
Ever. And a mom.
And a mom.
And that was pretty cool watching her see her family, like so many.
Oh, I know.
You know, they asked her today on the USA morning show or one of those shows, like, you know, what was she doing? And she was like, what was going through her mind? One, you know, I'm representing moms. I'm representing women. And the women dominated, man. I tell you, that's a cool story right there.
Yeah.
A thing Moo. Thing Moo. I may be saying her name wrong.
A thing Moo.
19 years old.
19.
First time ever 800-meter gold medalist.
That was so much fun to watch.
That was amazing.
I love the track and field. And watching her run was so fun.
I do too, but I have to say that I don't remember a lot of female runners. But this year, these girls put it on the map.
They were like, I'm right here. You're going to watch me and you're going to remember me.
Mm-hmm. Sydney McLaughlin.
Oh my gosh, I love her.
That whole team.
The whole
team. Mohammed, right?
Yes.
I think that was the girl's name.
Yep.
That 400 relay team.
The 4x4?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They killed it. Killed it.
They did. They showed up. They said, we got this. Boom.
So, first ever mother-son gold medalist.
Yeah.
And Pamela McGee and JaVale McGee. Of course, JaVale McGee was with the Lakers when he won a championship. Now he's a gold medalist in basketball. His mom was a gold medalist basketball player as well. Man, no pressure on his daughter, right?
She's like, I'm gonna go ahead and just be a doctor. Does that
Yes.
match up? I mean,
No pressure. I mean,
yeah.
it is what it is. I was wondering if he had like a sister or somebody, but he does, and his sister is like a neurologist or something.
Well, see, there you go.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's like big time school nerd. So that's good for her. But hey, your daughter, your son, no pressure.
no, not at all.
No pressure. Favorite storyline, maybe from the Olympics, because you know how I always talk about, I think we brought it up the last show, Oscar De La Hoya and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Favorite storyline from this Olympics.
Oh gosh. You kind of put me on the spot there because
I think there's a lot to choose from between the whole Simone Biles thing.
Well, that's what I'm going to stop you right there because I really was going to say that. And I thought, well, I don't know if that's a story that people are, because even today I heard somebody say, oh, did so-and-so pull a Simone Biles and quit the team? I was like, whoa.
Mm-mm.
So I believe that people are still back and forth on that. I'm not.
Mhm.
I
I'm not.
love that she came back the way she did when she was ready. And listen, if they allow that to happen, go for it. People are saying, well, why is it that she was only able to do that one event? Well, because that's what the rules are, and she ran with them.
Yeah.
What's wrong with
You can
that?
have a sub, you can have an alternate.
Right. And it gave the alternates an opportunity that they wouldn't have probably had she been in it and stayed in it.
Didn't an Olympic athlete, and maybe Carrie Strug, maybe I'm wrong. Isn't she the one that got hurt like
Yes.
many years ago and could
hurt
barely
herself.
bend her leg, and
Her coach had to take her off the field.
slowly had to
Yeah.
carry her off? I mean, they didn't put in the alternate because she wanted to be in it.
Correct.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, I think it was really good how they handled it. I think the way she handled it was as best as she could. And, her coming home to Houston, I don't know if you saw it, but the airport was full of people and TV stations, and her dog showed up, and it was amazing.
Even watching her get off the plane, that first reaction is like, holy
You could just see with that mask, right? You could just see her eyes like, oh.
Yeah, and she's hugging her family like, oh my God. But on a sad side note to that is I heard the US didn't let her take her medicine.
Yes, that is correct.
Prescription. I don't think that's fair. I think that was a big cause of it. And who knows if it's true, but it was, it was out there reports that she could not take her ADHD medicine. And that's a killer.
Yeah, that is, because obviously it's prescribed.
Mm-hmm.
She's obviously been on it for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
And for her to be cut off from it, which we don't know exactly, like you said, if it's completely true, and we don't know the timeline of it. How long was she off of it? Did she know she was going to have to be off of it? Mm-hmm. Either way, that I'm certain that had something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, she had the support from her family, her Olympic family,
mm-hmm.
her coaches, her teammates, and they pushed her through. And
yeah.
whether she was on the bench per se or ready to go, they were there for her either way.
Yep.
And I think that showed a lot of respect. I give them big props for that.
My super love story, there was quite a few. One of them, I think we kind of share the same note, is that volleyball love story of Coach Karch, having colon cancer and keeping it a secret so it doesn't, do anything to the team. Finding out, he's okay, waited a whole year, but then decided to say it and come out to the public during the Olympics.
Yeah.
To utilize the platform for a good thing and make people get tested.
Make people go and get screened. Yep.
Yeah. So I thought that was a pretty good thing that he did. I now have a new love and a new respect for 2 NBA players. Of course, I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan, but I'm in love with KD right now.
Oh, I know he did great.
I'm in love with KD. He did awesome. I have been a side Boston Celtics fan back in the day with Paul Pierce and
Yep.
Ray Allen and um but Jason Tatum and KD putting the gold medal around Pop.
That was that that did make me kind of
That was the heartfelt moment for me.
okay.
Because I've never seen that. I didn't see that. I didn't see it with Coach Daly,
No,
back in 96. I didn't see that with, I think, who else was on that? I mean, there was other Rudy
there's been many.
I didn't see any of that. And to be able to see that, and it was freaking amazing. And I appreciate KD even more. And I think it's pretty cool. I wish I could bring up some of the videos of it. And then just Pop having fun.
Oh yeah,
There's so many videos of Pop getting a ovation from the women's basketball team. Like, dude, Pop,
he deserves it. He deserves it. He's amazing. He's great.
yeah. And there's even I think KD did a live shot or something on Instagram where he's saying to all those effing haters,
Yeah.
You said we were written off and Pop didn't know what the hell he was doing. Well, here you go, man.
Guess what?
The legendary coach, So giving him that credit and making sure that he shuts up those haters, I think it was pretty cool. First class of KD, whether, how he did it with the F-bombs or what.
Yeah.
First class. I mean, that's much respect to Pop. Like it speaks a lot. And
100%.
so I thought that was pretty cool. And yeah. So all in all, I think we secretly kind of did love this Olympics, don't you think?
Oh yeah. I mean, of course. I mean, but again, I'm going to go back just a little bit on the primetime thing. Like, the synchronized swimming. We used I feel like we got to watch that more than just on Saturday and Sunday snippets here and there. But again, I know the time zone is completely, right now it's over there, it's already
right now it's Monday.
Sunday.
It's Monday.
Oh, it's Friday. Wait, what's today?
Technically
it's Sunday.
Monday.
No, I'm sorry. Yes, I don't
Today's
know why I thought
Monday, but it's technically Monday morning over there.
Yeah.
Or Monday night or something like that.
I think it's Monday night. Yeah. Anyway, it was definitely like I wanted to see more of that. I'd rather have seen more of the rhythmic gymnastics, which I know everybody's kind of like, what is that? Well,
the first time Israeli or somebody won, right?
Yep, they sure did.
Like usually that's Japan's sport.
Yes.
And somebody from a completely different country beat them at their own game.
Yeah. Yeah.
And using I saw that the hula hoop and the ribbon.
And then the little maraca things and the ball.
I thought that was pretty cool. Like she was balling. The 2 girls from Japan couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I really enjoyed watching them. I really did. And, watching some of the golf, they had that on their own channel, which was really cool, so you could go to that and just watch that if you wanted to. I wish they would have shown more baseball. They didn't show enough of the baseball for me.
Yeah.
The gymnastics, like I said, it was just a spoiler for me when I heard it on the morning shows and on Instagram and this and that. And I'm like, no, I don't want to know yet, but I get it. It is what it is.
Speaking of the baseball, and I don't mean to cut you off, but I wish it would have been more like the WNBA or the NBA. Take that break so the true MLB superstars can take part in the.
Yeah, that would be very cool.
But then it gives these little sidekicks
to
Tyler Austin, those younger AAA ball players, Eddie Alvarez, who was one of my fun facts in here, 3rd American to medal in both the summer and winter games.
Oh, very fun fact. I did not know that.
He was the flag bearer this year with Sue Bird. He was an Olympic gold medalist in the winter games for speed skating. And now he's got one for baseball.
That's awesome. We kind of
Mhm.
overlook, I think, I mean, it's maybe I do. I mean, I'm not speaking for everybody, but I don't think we realize the dedication and the hard work that
Mhm.
they put in 24/7.
Yep.
I think it really set in when Caleb said, Caleb, like he's my friend, when Caleb said, I really don't
Hey,
want to see a pool.
I feel like that with Jordan, you know?
I
I feel
mean,
like that with the
yeah.
Jordan, Jenny Drew, she's my friend now. She
Right.
liked my
Yeah.
comment on, Instagram.
Um, sorry, I'm falling out of my chair here. Yeah, no, it's like when he said it, I don't want to see a poll again for the next, 4 months. And I thought, oh, wow, like he's normal. He's human. He does get tired. But
Mhm.
to know that they dedicate themselves 365, 365 fully throughout the year, morning to night, they don't eat, they don't drink, or they have to eat certain things, of course. Don't drink, don't
Mhm.
party, don't do this, don't. I mean, and so for him to come back, or for him to win summer and winter, or winter and summer,
Mhm.
that's amazing.
Yep. Speed skater.
That's
Mhm.
crazy.
Mhm. He can
Dedication.
get down that line in baseball. He can get down that line in baseball. And you wonder how much of that speed skating
No, absolutely.
took over his game,
Yeah.
you know? Um, Another cool moment for me was watching Canada win the, gold medal in soccer.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Sinclair, some of those players that play in the US, women's league, to watch them, be part of that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty freaking cool. I think it was. Um, but, you know, all around, oh man, I wish fans could have gone.
Me too.
So,
Womp womp.
I think we decided we were gonna have our shindig. We are gonna hang out in LA, you know, 8 years from now. No, 7 years from now.
Seven.
You're
Yeah.
right. 7 years from now. Yeah, 7 years. Woof. Gonna have to do some planning.
Okay. I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in. Um, I will definitely take off from work. 17 days. I don't know about 17 days, but yeah, now I gotta see those cool games. Yeah, it's been fun. I mean, even still looking at them now and knowing they're already back home and seeing their enthusiasm and the parades that
Oh
took place.
yeah, there's still a little bit of ways for them to go. They've got their excitement still, and they're gonna get their hyped moments that are coming. I'm sure a lot of them will get the key to the city, and you
Mhm.
know,
Some did.
and then and then some. So
Monica Abbott throwing out the first pitch. Um, Even Cat threw out
Cat
the first
Osterman
pitch
also.
at the Astros
Yep.
game.
Did
Um,
you think that the mascot thought she was gonna throw it overhand, or did you think she was gonna bring it in windmill style?
I don't know. I would have done it windmill
I
style.
would have too.
I
I
would
would have
have.
too.
I would have. But then I'm afraid that that little ball might have gone 50 Cent wild. It
Way
just
to
would
the
have like
right, or wait, did he go to the
it would have
left?
carried. It would have carried.
Yeah,
But that would have been fun as a mascot. Like I would have acted like it knocked the crap out of me.
of course you would have.
Of course, laid out, boom, got
Yep.
hit. I'll take the hit.
Yeah.
Oh my good buddy.
Yeah. No,
Sweet.
I'm definitely I'm not. I'm sad they're over, but it was a good run. It was a good run. It's 17 days, fun, different things to watch. We don't get to see all those sports all the time.
No, we don't. And what's funny is we're a few days away from the Paralympics,
Yep.
August 24th or
24th.
23rd.
Mhm.
And you know, it's so weird because I think they have like over 50 events in the Olympics right now. There's like over 50 different Olympic sports, but yet Paralympics 25. And it's amazing still that these athletes are
Yeah.
going to compete the way they do and how they do.
Yeah.
Watching the track events,
Hands
the
down.
muscles used in those events.
Oh gosh.
Jesus. You know, watching that, and my only wish is that sometimes I wonder why couldn't you have both games at the same time?
I think there's too much to cover, and I'm kind of glad that they get highlighted a little bit on their own because it focuses specifically on that. Now, where do they have theirs actually?
They have it in the same place in
So,
Tokyo, same
so
spot. So the light comes off or the torch will
yeah.
be, turned off tonight, and then they'll have an opening ceremony and everything
It's
else.
a whole new brand. That's great. I'm okay
Mhm.
with that.
I kind of wanted to see, I don't know, like maybe a comparison,
Okay.
not in a bad way, in a
No,
good
yeah. I can see where you would want to kind of be like, wow.
way, man. Somebody beats the world record, and it's a Paralympian.
Yep.
I want to see it because I'm just afraid they're not going to get as much coverage as these guys do.
I hope they do.
I don't think
I'm ready to watch it.
Network.
I know that they've been showing a lot of commercials throughout this
Yes.
Olympics, so I'm learning who they are. I'm excited.
I'm just hoping that yes, there is. Oh wow, there's a lot of Ayla Washington, gold medalist in the volleyball.
Oh yeah.
She's like bawling at closing ceremonies right now.
Oh.
Like she is
It's got to be surreal. It's got to be like there's no way I'm
letting
seeing
it
this
out
right now.
100 times right now. So that is
Good for
pretty.
them.
That's pretty tough. Like there's Jordan Larson and all them giving her a hug, but man, like that's pretty freaking amazing. They're walking home with a gold medal.
Yeah.
And they busted their butt for it. Like she's laying on the ground, like
Is
bawling.
she? Oh man.
Yeah. I know this will be played forever.
Oh yeah. I'll be able
Probably
to go back and
over
watch
and
it.
over again.
I'm
So,
rewind. I'm recording it right now. So.
damn. Man. Like that's freaking cool. They showed Kevin Durant walking around the city and all these Japan players, you know, whether it be a swimming person or whatever, trying to follow him to get anywhere near him as they could.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. But man, it is sad the way it did come to an end with no fans being able to scream and yell for them. But
Yeah.
I mean,
But we were here at home watching them screaming, just
Yep.
like So, but yeah, we'll see what happens in the future.
in the future, let's talk about the future because I have a feeling we're gonna have a pretty big announcement coming soon.
Yes, we are.
You know, maybe August 18th-ish, we might have an announcement to come. So if you're listening to this podcast, you're gonna want to tune in August 18th because we're gonna have a special cool announcement.
It's gonna be fun.
It is gonna be amazing. It's still all in the works, so only getting bigger and bigger by the moment.
Yep.
Which I'm super excited about. So Trudy, it's been fun. Man, I'm exhausted.
I am too. Go get some rest, drink some tea or the drink of your choice.
Oh yeah, my lovely Dr. Pepper.
You're missing something in that.
Yeah, I'm exhausted. Maybe add it to that,
So all you need is a little bit of rum, is it?
a little bit of coconut rum.
Yeah, coconut rum. Excuse me. Yeah.
But I'm probably gonna rewind this and watch it, and then like just conk out.
Yeah. No,
It's
I'm the
been
same.
17 days of amazement and waking up tomorrow. Yeah, and waking up tomorrow is gonna be kind of boring. I mean, you know,
it just means you can rest.
Yeah, it was sad enough knowing that today when you turned on the TV this afternoon, 10:40 on my AT&T Direct TV didn't have the Olympics on.
It was back to normal programming.
Fox Sports. USA's finally gonna air Law and Order SVU.
Yep.
Well, one of my favorite shows.
One of my mom's favorite shows as well.
Oh, I love that show.
Yeah.
That is my favorite all-time hands down show. I can't wait. I was in New York. We were leaving and they were filming Law and Order SVU, and I wanted to jump out of the cab so bad.
I'm surprised you didn't.
For Detective Olivia Benson.
Oh my God, I would have jumped.
Yeah. I would have jumped too.
I would have acted like I needed to use the bathroom or throw up or something and say, "Stop the cap! I gotta go."
Real. Yeah, I thought about it. But thank you so much for being on here again.
Thank you for having me. So much fun.
Recapping the Olympics. Thank you to NACO Gold and Silver, the sponsor of today's show. We got to do this again.
Well, like you said, August 18th, we'll be making an announcement, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. August 18th, we'll definitely be making an announcement. Closing ceremonies of the Olympics, yeah, it happened yesterday, but it's on right now. Gonna catch the end of that. But Trudy, thanks for being here. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you, JJ.
Love you to death. And
love you too.
I have to say, after the show, we managed to catch up and chit chat for a little bit and about our secret thing that's coming up. And it was like we never skipped a beat, man. You text me when I got home, in a boat.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Pouring down. But you're right. Like it was like I saw you yesterday.
Yep.
So I want to thank you for your friendship, and you and Sammy are amazing, and I love your whole family. So thank you to them who I know are probably watching. But we got some crazy big things to come, and only going to get better. So thank you guys for tuning in, and stay tuned. August 18th, we got some big news coming. Bye guys. Have a good night.
See y'all later.